America, a land of beauty, of freedom, of opportunity, but beneath its vibrant tapestry lies a darker side, a hidden history etched in shadow and whispers. Have you heard them? They linger in the haunted corners of grand hotels, abandoned prisons, and forgotten plantations. Join us as we journey into the heart of the unexplained. We'll explore locations where the veil between our world and the next wears thin. From the windswept plains of the west to the moss-draped south, we'll uncover the chilling tales that have haunted generations. Prepare yourself for the ethereal here on Dark Phantom Diaries. Our journey begins at the iconic Stanley Hotel, nestled high in the Colorado Rockies. This grand dame of the mountains holds secrets whispered on the wind. We'll then descend into the depths of Eastern State Penitentiary. This Philadelphia prison once housed America's most notorious criminals. Our exploration continues south to the Myrtles Plantation. Then we'll set sail on the legendary Queen Mary. Finally, we'll unravel the secrets of the Winchester Mystery House. Get ready, the darkness awaits. High in the Colorado Rockies, the Stanley Hotel stands as a beacon of grandeur. Its stately presence dominates the landscape, a testament to a bygone era of elegance and opulence. But beneath its majestic facade, a darkness lurks. Built in 1909 by Freeland Oscar Stanley, the hotel was intended as a luxurious retreat. The hotel quickly became a sought-after destination, its halls echoing with laughter and music. But fate, it seems, had other plans for the Stanley Hotel. Guests and staff reported strange occurrences, unexplained noises, and chilling apparitions. Whispers of a haunting began to circulate, adding to the hotel's eerie allure. One fateful night in 1974, a struggling writer named Stephen King checked into the Stanley Hotel. He and his wife, Tabitha, were the only guests in the sprawling building. As darkness fell, the silence of the empty hotel pressed in. King, his mind racing with stories, felt a growing unease. That night, he had a vivid nightmare. King's nightmare became the inspiration for his iconic novel, The Shining. The Stanley, with its grand architecture and eerie isolation, became intrinsically linked to the novel's chilling narrative. Though the film adaptation wouldn't be shot at the Stanley, the hotel became a pilgrimage site for horror fans. Of all the haunted spaces within the Stanley Hotel, none are as infamous as Room 217. This unassuming guest room holds a dark secret. A secret that has terrified guests and fueled paranormal investigations for decades. The story begins in 1911 with a housekeeper named Elizabeth Wilson. During a violent storm, Elizabeth was tasked with lighting the acetylene lanterns throughout the hotel. As she worked in room 217, disaster struck. The lantern exploded, engulfing the room in flames. Miraculously, she survived the explosion but suffered severe injuries. Guests have reported luggage mysteriously unpacking, lights flickering, and a feeling of being watched. To this day, Room 217 remains the most requested room at the Stanley Hotel. In the heart of Philadelphia, a spectre of punishment looms. Eastern State Penitentiary. Once the most expensive prison ever built, it now stands as a haunting reminder of America's complex relationship with crime and punishment. Opened in 1829, Eastern State was intended to be a model of reform. Its revolutionary system of solitary confinement aimed to rehabilitate criminals through isolation and reflection. But the silence of solitary confinement proved to be a breeding ground for madness and despair. Driven to the brink by isolation, many inmates succumbed to mental breakdowns. The prison, once a symbol of progressive reform, became a haunting testament to the devastating effects of solitary confinement. Cell Block 12. A long, echoing corridor lined with steel doors, each one a portal to a world of darkness and isolation. This cell block, now a chilling reminder of the prison's brutal past, is said to be one of the most haunted areas within Eastern State's walls. Visitors and paranormal investigators alike have reported experiencing unexplained phenomena, cold spots, and a feeling of overwhelming dread. The isolation and despair that permeated Eastern State's walls seem to have left an indelible mark. Whispers of past suffering echo through the empty corridors. Eastern State Penitentiary housed some of America's most notorious criminals, their names etched in the annals of crime history. Al Capone, the infamous Chicago mob boss, spent time within these walls. His lavish cell, a stark contrast to the Spartan conditions endured by most inmates, is now a popular stop on the prison's tours. But even Capone, a man who instilled fear in the hearts of many, was not immune to the unsettling atmosphere of Eastern State. He reportedly complained of being haunted by the spirit of a young boy, a victim of his gang's violence. Today, Eastern State Penitentiary stands as a museum, its crumbling walls a testament to a bygone era of punishment. Visitors from around the world come to experience the unsettling atmosphere, hoping to catch a glimpse of the shadows that linger within its walls. Deep in the heart of Louisiana, shrouded in an ethereal beauty, stands the Myrtles Plantation. Ancient oaks, draped in Spanish moss, guard its secrets. The air hangs heavy with humidity and the scent of magnolias, a sensory tapestry woven with beauty and a palpable sense of foreboding. Built in 1796, the Myrtles has borne witness to centuries of Southern history. It has seen joy and sorrow, love and loss, birth and death. But it is the echoes of tragedy, the whispers of restless spirits, that have cemented the Myrtles Plantation's reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. A history steeped in the horrors of slavery and marked by a series of untimely deaths. Among the many spirits said to haunt the Myrtles Plantation, none is more infamous than Chloe. A slave who served the plantation's owners, Chloe's story is a tragic tale of betrayal, revenge, and the enduring power of the spirit world. Legend has it that Chloe, desperate to improve her lot in life, began eavesdropping on the conversations of her master and mistress. Caught in the act, she was punished severely. Driven by a thirst for revenge, Chloe plotted to poison her mistress, but her plan went horribly wrong. Instead of poisoning her mistress, the cake was consumed by the mistress's two young daughters. The children died a slow and agonizing death. Chloe, consumed by guilt and terrified of the consequences, confessed her crime. Today, Chloe's spirit is said to roam the Myrtles Plantation. The Queen Mary, a name synonymous with maritime elegance and transatlantic voyages of a bygone era. This majestic ocean liner, now permanently docked in Long Beach, California, once ruled the waves, a symbol of luxury, power, and human ingenuity. Launched in 1936, the Queen Mary was the pride of the Cunard Line. For over 3 decades, she ferried celebrities, dignitaries, and everyday travellers across the Atlantic. But beneath the Queen Mary's glamorous exterior, a darker history lay hidden. A history forever entwined with the horrors of World War II. Gone were the elegant gowns and champagne toasts, replaced by the grim realities of war. The Queen Mary, now painted a ghostly grey and dubbed the Grey Ghost for her speed and stealth, transported hundreds of thousands of troops across treacherous waters. The ship's wartime service was not without its tragedies. In 1942, the Queen Mary was involved in a catastrophic collision with the HMS Curacoa, a British cruiser escorting her. The Curacoa was sliced in two, her sinking so swift that few survived. It is said that the spirits of those lost in the collision, along with the countless souls who perished during the war, remain tethered to the Queen Mary. Of all the Queen Mary's ghostly legends, none is as enduring or as chilling as the tale of the Lady in White. This spectral figure, often described as a beautiful young woman in a flowing white gown, has been sighted in various locations throughout the ship. Some believe the Lady in White is the spirit of a young woman who died in the ship's first-class swimming pool. According to legend, she was a glamorous socialite, admired for her beauty and grace. But her life was cut short one fateful night when she drowned in the pool under mysterious circumstances. Whatever her true identity, the Lady in White remains the Queen Mary's most infamous resident. Guests and staff alike have reported seeing her gliding through the ship's grand halls. Nestled amid the bustling city of San Jose, California, stands a house unlike any other, the Winchester Mystery House. Its sprawling structure, a chaotic symphony of turrets, gables, and chimneys, seems to defy logic and reason. This architectural enigma is the legacy of Sarah Winchester, heiress to the Winchester repeating arms fortune. In 1881, tragedy struck when Sarah's husband, William Wirt Winchester, succumbed to tuberculosis. Devastated by grief and seeking answers, Sarah turned to the spiritual realm for guidance. A medium, sensing Sarah's desperation, delivered a chilling message. She was cursed, haunted by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. The house, with its endless construction, was her attempt to escape the spirit's wrath. Driven by a potent mix of grief, guilt, and a belief in the supernatural, Sarah Winchester embarked on a building project unlike any other. For 38 years, construction continued ceaselessly, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The house grew organically, guided by Sarah's whims and the whispers of the spirits she believed guided her hand. Rooms were built only to be sealed off. Staircases ended abruptly at ceilings, and windows looked out onto other rooms. Was this chaotic design a deliberate attempt to confuse malevolent spirits, as Sarah believed? Or was it the manifestation of a grieving widow's descent into madness? Whatever the answer, the Winchester Mystery House stands as a monument to the unseen forces that shape our lives. Our journey through America's most haunted places has taken us from the windswept peaks of the Rocky Mountains to the humid depths of the Louisiana Bayou. We've explored grand hotels, abandoned prisons, a legendary ocean liner, and a mansion shrouded in mystery. Each location, etched with its own unique history of tragedy and loss, whispers of a time gone by. We've encountered the spirits of those who left this world too soon. Elizabeth Wilson, forever bound to room 217 of the Stanley Hotel. Chloe, the vengeful spirit of the Myrtles Plantation, seeking retribution for a life of servitude. The countless souls lost at sea, their presence felt aboard the Queen Mary. These stories, passed down through generations, serve as a chilling reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of the human spirit. They force us to confront our own mortality and to grapple with the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Are these stories merely the products of overactive imaginations? Or do they offer a glimpse into a realm beyond our own? A realm where the veil between the living and the dead wears thin, where the echoes of the past reverberate in the present. We may never know for sure. But one thing is certain. These stories continue to fascinate and frighten us. They tap into our primal fears of the unknown, the darkness that lurks at the edge of our perception. So, the next time you find yourself in a place where the air feels heavy with unseen presences, where the shadows seem to dance with a life of their own, listen closely. You might just hear the whispers of the past, eager to share their stories. Will you listen? Thank you for joining us on this chilling exploration of America's most haunted places. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tales of the eerie and unexplained. You have been watching Dark Phantom Diaries.